People who rarely get out of their own circle are pretty stupid. People who rarely leave their town are pretty damn dumb. Why? Because everything they know, they were told. Everything they know, they were told. Somebody told it to them. They didn't experience it. You never been around white people, but you hate white people. You never been around black people, but you hate black people. You want to know the number one deterrent to racism? Travel. I've said it to y'all for years and years and years. The number one deterrent to racism is traveling. Travel. It's hard to be racist. Because you get to actually be around those people you talking shit about. You get to actually be around those people you thought stank and smell like curry. You at least have a breath of knowledge when you come back. That's why it didn't bother me whenever the so-called George Lopez joke about Mexicans. Because if you've been around enough Mexicans, you know what he said was true. Those Mexicans did not want to be exposed to blacks because the only thing they knew about blacks was what they heard, not an actual experience. So they became racist against the blacks. You can't get mad at the next generation because those Mexicans knew nothing about blacks. How many old racist ass white women do y'all know who end up loving the shit out of their mixed grandkid? How many of y'all have noticed that? Them old racist motherfuckers, they have this mixed grandkid. Next thing you know, they treating that, they giving the mixed grandkid all kinds of toys and gifts and shit. Well, she couldn't stand little niggas. What happened? They were exposed to that kid. That kid was his first exposure to a so-called black person. And they watched that kid grow the fuck up. They watched that kid be just like a white kid. And they still might have hated niggas. But that little kid right there gave them a different thought of black folks. Because they actually was with one. You travel, you'll change. So when you have all these closed-minded people who are willing to be fed bullshit and lies, your government wants you to keep creating people like this. That's why your schools don't educate people. The number one thing your school should tell all children in that school is to fucking travel. The number two thing that should be taught to all students is money management. But because you don't see it, that lets you know these schools are not trying to educate your children on what they are going to experience in life.